Some cameras make photography easier, and some cameras make you earn every shot. Today we're looking at one that does exactly that, the Minolta SRT-102. Released in 1973, the Minolta SRT-102 is part of a generation of cameras built before automation took over. This is a fully manual SLR. No autofocus, no program mode, no shortcuts, just you, the camera, and your understanding of light. And for many photographers, that's exactly the point. This camera saw use amongst military personnel and photojournalists during the Vietnam War. Additionally, Annie Leibovitz and W. Eugene Smith are among the notable photographers who used the Minolta SRT cameras. Let's turn our attention to the design and controls of this camera. Everything here is mechanical and built to last. You've got solid metal construction, engraved markings, and controls that feel precise and deliberate. Nothing hidden. What you see is what you control. On the top of the camera is a film rewind crank with a back cover release and a hot shoe. On the other side of the top is the ASA shutter speed dial with the film advance lever with the shutter release button and a frame counter. On the front of the camera is a lens release button, the self-timer lever, and a stop-down button. On the bottom of the camera is the battery switch with the battery check mode, the film advance release button, and the battery compartment. The viewfinder is large, bright, and clear. In the viewfinder, you will find a light meter that has two needles, and when they align, you get the correct exposure, the shutter speed, and the f-stop setting. Finally, you will see a split image metering spot with the microprism ring as a focusing aid. Focusing is fully manual. The split prism focusing screen helps you get sharp focus. It takes a little practice, but once you get it, it's incredibly satisfying. This camera forces you to slow down and think about every part of your shot. Shooting with the SRT-102 is completely hands-on. You control the shutter speed, your aperture, your focus, everything. There's a built-in light meter to guide you, but the final decision's always yours. This camera has Minolta's Contrast Light Compensator, CLC metering system, which provides a split exposure metering system to help you get better exposure, and it still works quite well. As with any film camera, your results depend on your film and lens. But when paired with a good Rokkor lens, this camera delivers sharp images, rich tones, and that classic film character. These are pictures taken with the Minolta SRT-102. One of the biggest advantages of this camera is that it is mostly mechanical. The battery is only used for the light meter, so even if the battery dies, you can keep shooting, something you don't get with more electronic cameras. Anyone considering this camera should learn the Sunny 16 rule for when the batteries are not available. This camera originally used the 1.35 volt PX625 mercury cell battery, but they are no longer available due to environmental concerns. However, the wine cell MRB625 Zinc Air batteries are readily available. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this camera. We'll start off with the pros. This camera is fully mechanical and highly reliable. It has a solid metal build quality. It is great for learning photography fundamentals, and it works even without a battery. Now let's talk about the cons. The camera is fully manual. There's no automation at all. The camera can become heavy when shooting for long periods of time. It has a slower, more deliberate shooting process. And finally, it requires more effort and practice. Here are some more pictures taken with the Minolta SRT-102. Now let's talk about who this camera is for and who may not like it. This camera is for photographers who want to fully understand exposure, people who enjoy a hands-on mechanical shooting experience, and film enthusiasts who appreciate vintage craftsmanship. Now let's talk about who may not like this camera. Beginners looking for a quick point-and-shoot experience, anyone who wants autofocus or automation, and shooters who prefer speed and convenience over process. The Minolta SRT-102 isn't about convenience, it's about control. If you want to truly understand photography and enjoy the process, this camera delivers a rewarding experience. It's simple, mechanical, and built for photographers who want to be fully involved in every shot. This was my first SLR camera, and it took time to truly learn and appreciate it. I've owned it for over 30 years, and it's a piece I'll never part with. Built like a tank, it has stood the test of time, and I have no doubt it'll keep going for many years to come. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out my other film camera videos. And let me know in the comments if you would go fully manual or if you prefer a little automation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.